This is an intro to all of the videos that I'm about to release because I wanted to show what my edible landscapes look like, each individual one, rather than do one big video, because that can be really long and I think it's a lot to take in, for one video. So I'm going to make this the intro to each one of the videos, and you can bypass this if you've already seen one in this series. So I'm doing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 videos. So those are all of my garden beds. So but the one thing that I didn't say in the video, if you're new to my channel, I do mostly edible landscaping for a very specific reason, because I've taken the Master Gardener's class, I've taken the permaculture class, I've taken herbal classes, I've taken other classes, and everything just kind of laps over, and there's holes in each one of them. But where they all lap over, the companion planting, the soil food web, it all overlaps. And so the way that I'm doing things now, edible landscaping wise, is because I've done the raised beds. I've done, intensive gardening. I've done all the things, all of the methodologies that there are in gardening. And this is the one that makes the most sense to me. Again, if you're watching this video, you can bypass this intro, and I'll put it by chapters so you can see. Okay, you can just click on the chapter below here. This goes straight to that video. So this is the introduction, and I hope you enjoy. Also, the other thing that I want you to keep in mind is the reason that I did this is to keep it real, right? If you're on Pinterest or you're on YouTube or you're online anywhere, most of the time people are going to show that one magical moment where the salvia is blooming, or the peanuts are blooming, or the larkspur is blooming. So this is for my purposes, for me as well, because I'm going to take this information. I do track it on a map where I write everything down, and but I haven't had time. So I'm just like, it's about to rain, I'm going to get the peanuts in the ground. Or it's about to rain, I'm going to get the potatoes in the ground. Or it's about to rain, I'm going to get the ranunculus in the ground. So throughout the year, my plan is to do an update. Here's the magic moment, right? Here's what the potato looks like when it has the bloom on it. So, and you'll see throughout these videos that there are potatoes in almost every bed. Maybe not every bed, but like where the strawberries are and all that, but how it all comes together. So again, I just want people to know you don't have to have lumber to grow food. So many people think that and if you do, I'm not going to fault you for it. I've just been down that road. I know the amount of money and the amount of work that it takes, and when it is first built, it's beautiful. But then over the years, it starts to wear down, and the grass gets in there anyway. It goes through the little cracks, and it's not good to put the plastic in there, and just all the things. It's from my experience. This is something that has grown from over 20 years of doing this, and so I just want to get the message out about edible landscaping. You could call it a food forest, you could call it companion planting. It's basically it's landscaping with food. And you'll see it's in my front. I'm on my front porch right now, and you can hear the traffic going by. This is what people see when they look into my yard. The other thing that I really like about edible landscaping, I have to point out to you what things are. It's not rows of potatoes, rows of corn, rows of beans, rows of this, rows of that. It's all camouflaged. It's camouflaged from two-legged creatures, from three-legged creatures, from four-legged creatures, from seven-legged creatures, whatever. It's camouflaged with the bugs. It's camouflaged from the deer. It's camouflaged from the rabbits. It's camouflaged from a lot of things. And mostly you'll see that I have some prevention for things getting in there, but it's mostly to protect the seedlings. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the videos. I'll talk to you later. Bye for now. Garden log. 2023, beginning of April. We're past our last frost date, and I just wanted to remind myself of what I have planted where. So this is right off the back door, and I see what I'm seeing here is spinach. Let me get a little bit closer. We have carnations right here, potato. This is the potato. This is what a potato plant looks like right here. These are tiger lilies. I've planted they're just now starting to sprout. I've planted spinach seed right here, and I put that marker there so that I remember, but sometimes those markers get lost. I have plantain growing in there, which I'll be pulling out for medicinal, and it only grows in the spring. So that's why I'm trying to save as much of the plantain as I can. It's growing everywhere, it's a weed. We have garlic, plantain, goji berries, potato, goji berries. I'll be pulling these out and potting these up. The goji berries, they just grow crazy. I think it's because I don't pick them enough and the seeds sprout, but it might be because of root runners. I'm not really sure, but I'll be pulling these out and potting these up. There's a little asparagus plant. That was from some seed that got away. There's another tiny asparagus plant. I see some asparagus that I need to pick. Let's see. Right there. By the afternoon, that'll be about an inch taller, so I'm gonna wait until this afternoon. And then more asparagus ferns that are starting to grow. I'm letting those go so that they'll come back next year. Let's see, here's where I've picked some asparagus already, and I just kind of snap those off. That's how I pick them. Yeah, that one looks like it's ready. I could probably go ahead and take that one. I will in a minute. Some more goji berries that I need to pull out. More goji berries I need to pull out. Pot them up, put them in the back of the woods, I think, because they just go crazy. They don't need any help from me. Then we have gladiolas back there in the back. Pretty soon they're gonna grow up to be just gorgeous. This was a purple, let's see. There's potato, and I'm not worried about digging up these potatoes around these plants. And when I plant potatoes, that's what I do. Carnations, they're about to bloom. They have little buds on them. I'm not worried about the potatoes, digging up these potatoes around these plants right here, because I know those are gonna be done before it's time to pull the potatoes. But right there's more gladiolas. And then on the trellis there, I have a pole type bean, green bean. It's the yard-long asparagus bean. And then, okay, these are gonna be putting off a beautiful show pretty soon. Those are purple irises. We have oregano right here, celery, spinach, and then the rest of that is asparagus. And I did not get to paint my wall again. I always think, oh, there's one that's ready. I'm gonna get that now. Whoop, whoop, don't step on anything. Oh, don't step on any asparagus. This one's ready. It's long enough, big enough. And yep, that one's ready. Oh, let's see. That, then we've got several more coming up that I'll be able to harvest. I like letting these go. I did pick some when they first started coming up, but I like to let them go so I know that they're gonna be able to, I'm not gonna pick them all and not have any next year. Woo, look at that one. Oh, she's a beauty. Not big enough yet. That's from a different plant, so there's another goji berry. I'll be pulling that one out and potting it up. I'm not gonna do it with my hands because they usually have thorns on them. There's another one right there. I'll be pulling that out and potting it up. And then there's cleavers back in there. And then I have sprinkled some zinnia seeds in here too. More plantain. I'll be pulling those out soon. Let one of them go to seed and it'll provide enough seed for the whole garden for sure. Yep, here's my asparagus bean. They grow to be about a yard long. And then these are the cleavers right here. And some more garlic. And, that asparagus. There's an asparagus over there. Let me see if I can zoom in on that one. It's purple. It's beautiful. I love the purple ones. They're so pretty. Let's see. We've got more garlic. Gladiolas. And more goji berries. Those things are going crazy. And then potatoes right there. Trying to step on my stepping stones because I know that's not where anything is growing. And then that's how, I picked those a little bit short. Oh well. These are some that I picked yesterday. And whenever I pick them, I record the weight and what it was and the date that it is, and I put it in my harvest tracker. And that way I know how much food I've grown for the year. All right, bye for now.